Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and Crash Bandicoot 4 has been out for about a year and a half, and over that year and a half we've gotten merchandise. We've gotten shirts, we've gotten pop-esque figures, we've gotten a statue, we've gotten an Nendoroid. Merchandise is out there for Crash Bandicoot 4. However, we've never had real action figures besides an Nendoroid until now. Apparently a company called Imports Dragon is going to be creating these figures, and one got out in the wild and people are going nuts over it over the internet. At least the Crash community is. I'm not sure about everybody else. But before I go over the figure itself, I want to go over the company, because as soon as a company that we never heard of goes over a franchise that we go nuts over it. Like Jazzware is picking up Sonic. That was a fantastic line. I loved that, and I wish they would have made more, but quality went downhill, which we'll get into more of that later. But even though you never heard of the company, I'm confident you've seen their stuff in the past, especially if you're trying to look in like Target and you're looking for Mario and Sonic figures, especially Sonic figures. They've done multiple different lines, they have different brands. For example, they have something called Little Reels, which is kind of like a mini brands knockoff thing. For some reason, I also see Bandai McFarlane toys on their site, and also they've done Disney plushes. I'll leave a link in the description for their website so you can see what all brands they've done, but I'm pretty confident you've seen some of these in there. I've also seen like what looks like a blind bag thing in there as well. I'm pretty confident I've seen those multiple times. I think I saw Shopkins. I know my niece loved Shopkins, so this is something that we've all seen. But now we know what the company is. But on the website, they mentioned nothing about Crash Bandicoot as of right now. In fact, they have a bunch of broken links. So good luck trying to navigate their website. They're a company based in Canada, and this is where this figure was found apparently. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to a couple of my viewers. We got Sergio, he's like a fellow Crash Bandicoot fan. We talk on Snapchat all the time. Also, my viewer Dark Matt, we do DMs on Instagram, but he's in the streams a lot. Like, he was the first one to tell me about this, and he showed me the Cortex picture. But then the backside of the blister card, Sergio showed me that. And then another one of my viewers, Tyler, he gave it to me earlier today. We were just talking about it, and he managed to help me find pictures, like at least better pictures of the backsides of these figures. So thank you guys so much for helping me find these pictures. It means the world to me. Like, it helps me so much as a creator. But let's go over a picture of Cortex just on the front, because there's a few things I don't like, but there's so much more I love about it. First up, the things I don't like. We see a picture of Crash with his thumbs up. That is Crash Insane Trilogy marketing material, but this is a Crash Bandicoot 4 product, and the art styles are completely different, and I kind of wish they would have done a different picture, but fine. And also, what they named Cortex. Dr. Neo. Why? We call him Cortex. Maybe even Neocortex. Sometimes even Dr. Neocortex. We don't call him Dr. Neo. We don't even call him Neo. As soon as you hear the word Neo, or the name Neo I should say, you think of the Matrix, or if you're a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you think of a whole bunch of different Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. But none of us call him Dr. Neo. Let's get that straight. In fact, I'll be right back. Kind of wanted to bring this up. I have a autographed picture of Lex Lang's autograph. A little nice little thing right here. I love this. This is nice. I love this. I also forgot to mention I have the Crash Bandicoot art book. Well, at least for Crash 4, so that's more merchandise. So anyway, let's get into more of this Crash 4 figure. So even though I don't like the fact that the name and the little thing in the corner is, I don't want to say wrong, but should be better, everything else I absolutely love. I love the blister card type of packaging like they did for way back then with the Restoris figures from way back then. In fact, I'm getting a lot of Restoris vibes from this. We get an accessory. Each character comes with a mask, and also a little stand for the mask. These figures are going to be well articulated, Cortex in particular having 11 points of articulation. And it looks good from what we see in just this picture. I'm not entirely sure how the quality control is going to go though, because one is a company we never really heard of, but they have done Disney stuff, and Disney does care about their properties a lot, so they want to make sure the stuff looks good. So hopefully the points of articulation are actually tight joints, they don't fall over easily, hopefully it's not top heavy or anything like that, because with Crash design, I could see him being a little top heavy, but We'll see what happens. And if you look on the back side of the little blister card, you also see this is wave 1. So we're going to be getting more figures. We get 3 forms of Crash, Cortex, and Coco. At least we've gotten to Cortex and Coco. Unlike NECA, they released 5 versions of Crash and wonder why it's not selling out so well. So at least this company got something right. You also see both English and French because Imports Dragon is a Canadian company. So we'll see how it translates over here. Is it going to drop the French? Is it going to throw in some Spanish as well? We don't know. Point is, I'm super excited for this. Like, I've always seen like little like bootleg figures of Crash 4 stuff out around, and I've always wanted to get one of those, so I had some form of Crash Bandicoot 4 action figure, but this is official from what it looks like, and I'm super excited. We're not entirely sure on how much these figures are going to cost. I'm hoping it's about like $15 or so, no more than $20. I'm not sure where we're going to be able to find them. I'm not sure if we're going to find them in GameStops. I'm not sure if we're going to see them in Targets. I'm hoping that the store that I work at gets them, so I can get probably a whole case for relatively cheap. And I can also help some other collectors as well in the future. See what happens. And I'm excited to see what other characters we could possibly see. Like, I'm excited to see Dingo Dial. I'm excited to see Thick Tawna. We're going to see even more forms of Crash. That's probably going to be annoying, but hey, and also probably forms of Coco, which, again, I'm not entirely sure how to feel about that one. I don't want the majority of this line just being different costumes and different characters, but we'll see. And come to think of it, this will probably be the first time we've gotten a new Entropy figure since Resource, because the Resource figure is super expensive. So I'm excited to see how Imports Dragon tackles this one. Hopefully they be a little creative with it too, so we'll see what happens. But the one thing I want to say about these figures is how well they translate from pixel to plastic. A lot of people didn't really care for the art style for Crash 4, which is completely understandable because it looks completely untraditional and looks very morphed. I'm not entirely sure how to describe it, but like, people don't like the way these characters look. However, the one thing I did love about these designs is how well you could see how it'll translate from these character models to plastic, and from what it looks like, it's doing a really good job. I hope the quality control is okay. I hope the paint applications are fine. I hope the joints on the articulation is well and tight. I don't know what to really expect from this. I'm excited, but I'm a little nervous. But if I can get my hands on these, I will be doing reviews on these. I will be comparing it to the NECA figures. I'll be comparing it to one of the Jack Sonics and the SH Figuarts Mario, so you can see how well they scale to each other. I'll even compare it to the Resource figures, just so we can see how much the Crash Bandicoot figure line has evolved. I'll be covering these as much as I can, as long as I can get my hands on them. We don't know how easily or how difficult these things are going to be able to be defined, so we'll see what happens. Heck, if I'm lucky enough, maybe Imports Dragon will find my channel and be like, hey, review our figures. But I'm a small channel, so I doubt that's gonna happen. But imagine how cool that would be, though. But anyway, that's all I gotta say for this video. Let me know in the comments how excited are you for these Crash figures, because as excited as I was to get the Crash merchandise I already have for Crash 4, it's really awesome to see that action figures are actually being made for this. And from what it looks like, they actually might be really good. But I want to thank you all for watching. So if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. In the description, there's going to be my social medias. And if you want to talk to me about these Crash figures, you can either do it in the DMs on all my social medias, or even better, talk to me in the chat on my live stream. So sub for that. I want to thank you for watching. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you on the next one. So peace.